Okay then, welcome everyone to the next Tribal Council of Triumph Japan. We are here with the Yuki tribe, who unfortunately were not able to bag their third tribal immunity. Obviously, this round we did have the challenge sleepathon, which the tribes were tasked with bringing production back pictures of anime and Japanese characters, most of them being from production's favorite anime shows, SOS. But unfortunately, it was a very big blowout of the challenge. And unfortunately, we have the Yuki tribe here. So before we get to the vote, I'm going to ask some questions. And my first question is going to go to Duncan. So, Duncan, round 3, and here we finally are at Tribal Council. How does it feel to have ended your winning streak?
It fucking sucks. I mean, who would, if you had the choice to win or to lose, I think most people would choose to win because winning means that you're safe. It's been kind of like nice over here because we've had, 9 days now to get to talk to people and get to know each other. And winning helps you like positive, having positive time together and going through positive experiences can really help you bond. Going through negative experiences can also help you bond. However, when it comes to Survivor, obviously, if you can be safe, you'd rather do that. I forgot the question now, so I'm just gonna say it's been great. It sucks to lose, but realistically, you're gonna have to go to tribal at some point. So here we are.
Okay, thank you. Right, next up, Fabi. What do you feel about this round's challenge? Do you think there was any way you guys could have won?
The only way I think we could have won if like someone hacked Brandon's computer and shut it down, because there was no way we were gonna win again. I feel like we lost against Brandon, not against the tribe, but we lost against Brandon. Like Brandon did everything.
Fair. So, next up we have Alison. So, Alison, without having to go to tribal council until day 9, how does that affect the speed of the game and the strategizing for this tribe?
Well, I think Duncan kind of already touched on it. Like, it's just been like good vibes over here because when you're winning, there's no need to really have conversations. It's not necessary at that point. So I feel like it definitely slows down the speed of the game because there's not really a game being played because you're winning. So.
Okay. So my next question will go to Madison. Madison, since the worry about losing isn't really a strong factor for you guys right now, what will this vote be based off besides challenge strength?
I think it's based off of a couple different factors, but everyone's individual relationships and emotions towards people will come to play. Yeah. What?
Just your accent.
Did I really? I need to stop doing that. I'm sorry. Oh my God.
We were loving it. Okay. My next question was for Eric. Eric, are you able to type an answer? I'm just waiting to see if he replies on the chat. If Eric is, I will ask him a question. Yes, so I will ask you this question, Eric. This tribe has received a lot of idol clues now. Has there been discussions about the clues amongst the tribe, and do you think that idol could have been found? So I'll leave you with that. You can write your response in a minute. I'm going to move on now to Zareen. So, Zareen, if the idol has been found, do you think there is a possibility of it coming out tonight? Is that fear there? And how does that change your planning or strategizing? You're on mute, darling.
There we go. Anyway, I was saying if someone does play an idol tonight, I'll be very, very surprised because the fact that they even found it is amazing. You know, these clues are not helpful. To be honest, my personal opinion is that it's a bit too early to play an idol. It's the first vote, and like I just feel like, you know, idols are better played when like like a massive uncertainty is happening. But I feel like, you know, it's the first vote. I wouldn't waste it on a first vote. And with that being said, that's my strategy wouldn't change just because I don't feel like an idol should be wasted on the first vote. And that's just my opinion.
Okay, thank you. And I'm just going to read out Eric's response to his question. He hopes not, because he low-key forgot about it. He wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't already found, because based off the clues, it wasn't hard to find. So he does think it is a bit of a worry. Okay, and now moving on to the next question, and I'm going to head over to Mikey. So, Mikey, have you all discussed whether you think there might be a swap or not? I've lost it. How do you plan for a future potential swap?
Yo, what's up, Ollie? How's it going, man?
Good, good.
Yeah, I talked to some people about a possible swap in the near future. And I think for our tribe, what's best is for us to stay Yuki strong. So whatever does happen in that swap, you know, we'll stick together and from there.
Okay, cool.
That's it.
And finally, my last question is for the one arriving fashionably late, Peyton. So, Peyton, do you feel trust with people in this game so far, or do you think trust will be built after this vote tonight?
Good question. I think before the first vote, I think trust is just something that you have to have faith in, and you can't really establish true trust until you vote. I think that with every sort of voting game. So I'm definitely feeling the vibes with some people, but like I said, you can't really establish true trust with someone until you know you can vote and rely on each other with the vote. So I think the first vote's always telling on who you can trust, really, and hopefully it's the people that I am having good vibes about. We'll see. That's all I can say. Sorry for being late, by the way.
Okay, and then I have a final question here for Lauren. So, Lauren, overall, what are the dynamics of this tribe? Does it seem to be one big happy family, or are there already various structures?
I want to say we're one family, but I mean, the vote will definitely tell where people lie and everything. So we'll see.
Okay, thank you. So, does any other production members have any questions that they'd like to ask?
I have a question. Hello, everybody. I'm sick, so I sound awful. Please raise your hand if you think you're going home tonight. Is that one hand? One hand visible on camera that I see. That might be a fucking record. Ain't nobody think they're going home. Okay, cool. Lauren, do you want to elaborate on that since you're the only hand?
I mean, I never feel safe. I mean, I don't like to be blindsided, so I always expect it's me. Because I don't know. To me, I don't like that embarrassment. So I just expect it's me. So I'm prepared and I'm ready. And, you know, it is what it is.
Well, I kind of want to ask a question there, because obviously the rest of the tribe didn't raise their hand.
Yeah, so out of all those
So
people
what's
that raised
good?
their hand, yeah, what's going on? Why do you think you're so safe?
I'll
Anyone-
elaborate since I was late. I honestly, I think that there's just a level of inactivity, and if somebody that was active went home, it would be because of someone else being active making a huge move too early. And I think most people are on the same page of that not being a good idea. So that was kind of very cryptic, but hopefully people understand what I'm saying.
Anyone else care to elaborate?
I didn't
Also,
raise my
scream
hand.
Midnight by Taylor Swift.
I didn't raise my hand because I always find it annoying when like Prod asks that question.
Sorry.
Every single person raises their hand. So I was like, I'm gonna make a statement and not raise my hand because I thought everyone was gonna raise their hand because that's usually what happens. But I understand it was good in this instance because like follow-up questions were available. But that was my reasoning. Thank you. No accent.
Not the rebellion
I-
against hand
I
raising.
know.
I had like the same thought of what Madison was saying because I've done that before. And like, oh God, this is so like meta. Prada is always like, raise your hands if you don't feel safe tonight. And then everyone raises their hands, which is like, you should not feel comfortable enough. Like no one should like feel good. Like, oh, I'm so good. There's no chance I'm going home. I'm sure no one feels that way. But people that didn't raise their hand should hope that like, they're hopeful and thinking that what they think is going to happen is going to happen. But you know, any of us can get hit by a bus. Yeah.
Thank you. No, we appreciate
the scream sound. I just thought it was funny and I muted too early.
No, we appreciate that. So, any more questions from production?
I'm good.
Jordan?
Nope.
No. So, before we get to the vote, is there anything that anyone else would like to get off their chest before we vote? Anyone would like to make any last ditch, please? Now's the time to speak up.
I just want to say that I just have this problem that when I hear an accent, I automatically speak in it. I do not mean any offense or anything. It's just an automatic thing that I do without thinking, and I'm sorry.
That's quite all right, Madison. I was never offended. I found it hilarious. Okay, so if no one has anything else that they want to say, we will get to the voting. Sam, are you going in the booth?
I am indeed.
Okay then. If Meg would like to send Sam to the booth, and then what will happen is we will send you guys one at a time to cast your vote. You will see Sam and you'll cast your vote and give any reasons why. So once that's set up, we will start the voting. And now is the time you can have a chat, shout anyone out.
Duncan is first. Yay. As he takes a bite, yes, go vote.
Dream Midnight by Taylor Swift.
Peyton looked like he's hiding from
How
someone.
good was the
I'm at
Taylor
work,
Swift
so
album?
Yeah.
Okay, I
I'm
just
at
want
work,
to say
so
I listened to the Taylana collab.
Did everybody listen to it?
I'm
sorry.
disappointed in the collab because it's not a feature if you can't hear the other person. And obviously I only care about the other person.
It's a
not a-
feature, not a duet.
Okay, but when you hear a feature, you
Yeah,
think
it's a
at least get
feature.
verse.
Yeah.
Like she could at least have gotten a verse or the bridge.
Lana
Probably.
wanted what Lana got. She didn't want to be featured so much.
I hope that it's what Lana wanted and what she got, and not.
I
Taylor
think she
wanted.
almost wrote the whole song, so I think she like didn't want to sing.
It
that much. I don't know.
sounded like a Lana lyric. Yeah, you're right. So I was
Oh,
like,
for
maybe
sure.
I was like, maybe she contributed more to the songwriting than the actual adding her voice on it. But yeah. Anyway, so that's my thoughts on the collab. I didn't know who to it.
Ollie did not turn up.
I knew the Lana Del Reyers were gonna be pressed. As soon as I heard it, I was like, I can't wait for the press people. Like, I'm also hiding in my work closet right now.
Oh, mood.
Oh. Peyton's still in
I'm
the
sure
closet.
my whole staff is probably looking for me.
Next is Lauren.
Peyton, I know you've heard this before, but come out the closet, darling. Everyone knows.
Fun fact, I've never been in the closet.
Well, I mean, you're in the closet right
Like
now.
metaphorically, I mean.
He lives in the closet at work.
Exactly. Live here. I live here. I'm shocked no one has came in here to find me yet, to be honest.
Listen, the more you hide, the more they won't come and find you. Just keep on
The
hiding.
more I hide, the more they get better at finding the hiding spots that I go to. Because no one can do anything by themselves, apparently. Oh, yep, there's someone knocking on my door.
Life hack: if you're eating chicken wings or eating other things that like it's like greasy or like make your fingers turn another color, just buy disposable gloves and eat the food with gloves so your fingers don't get like orange as fuck or hot saucy as fuck or whatever. Sorry.
Life lesson, American.
Wait, sorry, Lauren, did you already go vote and come back, my love? I looked away from the screen.
I did.
Did okay, cool, thank you. I never know sometimes if people don't go because I move away from my screen and I'm like, fuck, did they go or did they just sit here the whole time? Okay, next up is Mikey.
I have a backstory to my accent issues. If anyone would like to hear them.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. I want to hear it.
Well, the relation to Triumph is I had a live confessional, as I hope many people are do. We love production. And it was Ollie, and Ollie started speaking. And I didn't know he was British. I thought he was just doing a British accent. So I started speaking in a British accent. But then he was British and I was just doing an accent. So, yeah. It's a problem, guys.
I mean, as long as it doesn't get you in too much trouble.
Yeah, what accent is that?
Like, I can do the British accent, I can do the Russian accent, I can do Southern accent, I can do any different accents. Irish.
Oh, yo.
Yeah.
And then do an Irish accent.
No.
Well then, I don't believe you.
I was just about to say something before I left. Like, I love how Madison, you're so caught up on that, and literally no one thought it was offensive.
I was embarrassed, guys. I was embarrassed. What's the problem?
I also want to say, so on the night one call, they were like, you guys better bring it because we're gonna win and blah 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 while they were like drinking their drinks and like trying to intimidate us, and we won the first two, so regardless, go us.
I can also do a German accent.
Do it.
Then do it. Do it, Madison. Do it right now.
I have to survive this tribal council. Maybe I'll do it at the next tribal council I'm at. If I survive, then you'll
No,
hear.
do it right now. Nothing's guaranteed. Right now.
Nope.
Abby's
I
right
want
here.
you to
just
be
grab it.
Liar.
pressed at someone and get in a fight and just break into a German accent at next tribal.
That's when the Russian accent comes out. I kid you not. That's when it comes out. Or when I get nervous. Just default.
You start talking like a Russian when you're nervous.
Yeah.
Goodbye. What the fuck? Oh my god, everyone's knocking on my office door and I'm just pretending like I'm not in here.
Okay, I think Zareen came back, so now I think it's Madison. Yes. Okay. 2 left after this. Woo. Shout out to Russians. Just kidding. Fuck Russia. Shout out to Madison as a Russian. That's what I want. I think she's voting in a Scottish accent. I don't know why. Was that one of the ones?
I think she just said Russian when right?
I think she said Irish.
Irish. Scottish, Irish, you know. Same thing.
Did Madison do an Irish accent?
Madison, the poll while you were gone was what
Madison?
accent were you voting in?
British.
It
But
was
Madison,
British.
why
You
didn't
were
you do an
wrong.
Irish accent? Not Madison not doing an Irish accent, fuming.
You started doing it, and then if I spoke, I would have done it.
What, an Irish accent? Go on, Madison.
No.
Have you got bags, your shopping, and your makeup?
Allie, fuck off.
That was a good accent.
Thank you.
SNL, the one before Megan Thee Stallion, there was the Irish guy. So after I watched that, that's when I knew I could do it. If anyone saw that, that was how I knew.
Okay, last but not least is Eric. Yay. The only accent I can do is my own, which I don't have one, but everyone has one. So if you could label it, it would be person from Maryland. I don't know.
Oh, about. Do they say about? And what else? What weird stuff do they say?
But the Baltimore
They
accent
said like
is like what you hear in like Hairspray and stuff.
yeah, they sound almost Canadian a little bit. House.
It's like a weird. I don't even know how to explain the Baltimore accent. It's like everything is shortened. All words are shortened, and they kind of have like that, like you said, yeah, like Canadian mixed with Southern kind of tone to it. It's weird. Or like if you've seen oh fuck. If anyone here has seen American Horror Story Freak Show, the accent that Kathy Bates does is supposed to be Baltimore. But it's not good for any American Horror Story fans. Okay, Eric's back. I'm gonna bring Sam back and stop talking.
I will get the votes ready and I will be back in a moment.
We were just saying how people from Baltimore kind of speak like Canadians. Baltimore is near Maryland, so it's on the east coast, so near DC.
It's in between Philadelphia and Washington, D.C. Located on the coast of America, Baltimore.
Thank you, Siri.
Fun fact, Baltimore is the #1 of all the US big cities that has had the biggest population decline in the past 10 years. Everybody's fucking leaving Baltimore because it fucking sucks. And it's a hot mess. Like, Baltimore is literally like the worst city almost right now in the US. It's so bad.
Disagree. I like Baltimore. I think it's very underrated.
That's because you
I don't
don't live
like
there.
Baltimore.
You're just close by. You just visit Baltimore. Like, you don't have to live in it. I saw like fucking 5 people get shot and killed right outside my door. And I lived there for 11 months. And I lived in the nice area of Baltimore. Like, I don't even know what's happening.
Lovely.
Don't go to Baltimore. Fun fact.
That's a dark note to end this chat, but
Okay, guys, so I have the votes. If anyone would like to play a hidden immunity idol, now is the time to do so. Okay, now that that is said, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I will read the votes. First vote, Lauren. That is 1 vote for Lauren. Second vote, Eric. That's 1 vote Eric, 1 vote Lauren. Third vote, Duncan. So that is 1 vote Lauren, 1 vote Eric, 1 vote Duncan. 7 votes left. Fourth vote, Eric. That's 2 votes Eric, 1 vote Lauren, 1 vote Duncan. Eric. That's 3 votes Eric, 1 vote Lauren, 1 vote Duncan. Next vote, Eric. 4 votes Eric, 1 vote Lauren, 1 vote Duncan. Next vote, and the third person voted out of Triumph Japan, Eric. Eric, unfortunately, you were not able to triumph this season and you have been voted off. You do have a couple of minutes just to say any goodbyes. If he can. I don't know if he is. Typing in the chat. But Eric, unfortunately, you have not been able to triumph. You have been voted out. And the tribe has spoken. If you do make anything, make it quick and then please leave the chat or the Zoom. He has put really devastated. Someone who is inactive over someone who gave their all and everything is really heartbreaking. Good luck, I guess.
Please don't even with that, Eric. Goodbye.
Okay, thank you, Eric. Please leave. Okay, guys, so you have voted at your first tribal. Will this be a unification or will this be the beginning of the end? We'll only know and when the next one happens. So thank you, guys. You can head back to camp and we will see you for your next challenge.